Hi, Eddie. How are you?
I'm good, Michaela. How are you?
I'm good. So, I'd like to discuss with you a huge issue that involves high school students, college students, and adults, which is texting and driving. I
Okay.
did some research and I found some really shocking statistics. And while we do have laws to kind of prevent texting and driving, I don't believe that they're really tight enough or as they should be. And I've struggled with the temptation of looking or using my phone when driving. And I feel like that's a pretty common issue, especially for us teenagers.
hmm
So let's see. My first question for you is, do you have a cell phone?
I do have a cell phone.
Um,
Yeah. I
and
love
I'm,
my.
I'm sure you text, right? You have texting capabilities.
Oh yeah, texting, tweeting, snapping. I love using my cell phone. I read off of it. I do everything off of it.
Same here. So when you drive, are you tempted at all to use your phone?
Yeah, I would say so. And like at red lights, obviously, like I'll pick up my phone, read the message, probably respond back at the red
Yeah.
light, and then wait.
Yeah. I do that too. It's bad. I shouldn't do it, but anyways. So, do you believe that texting while driving is a serious issue?
I do. Yeah. We've been shown the videos in high school of like car wrecks, and I don't really think those really persuaded anyone. I really don't, because like seeing people driving, like they're on their phones, like people our age all the time. And I've even been guilty. Like if I'm on a long road, I'll like look at my phone and like maybe send a message. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's really bad. I know like the consequences. Like I've had a friend get into a car wreck while texting. So yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm just going to give you a couple of statistics that I found.
Okay.
So, according to the National Safety Council, texting while driving can lead up to about 1.6 million crashes a year, which was amazing. Um,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
yeah.
But
And teens are 4 times more likely to get into a car crash or almost cause one than adults, which was really interesting too.
yeah, I can definitely like based on my own observations, I can see that it's usually younger people that do that.
Yeah. And a person going 55 miles per hour, they drive, that's like driving the length of an entire football field without looking at the road. And in the time that takes you to send a text, that's how far you've gone in just a few seconds.
Yeah,
Crazy, which is,
55 miles an hour.
yeah.
Yeah, you miss so much on the road.
Yeah. Because, like, especially in the hill country where I live,
Okay.
are all the time. And, especially at night, it's like I don't even touch my phone because it's, too dangerous. I don't want to hit a deer or anything. So,
Yeah, there's definitely been times where I've like been driving at night going about that speed and like I text something and I like hear something go under my car and I'm like, well, I'll never know what that was.
uh-oh. Oh no. So, in your opinion, should there be stricter laws regarding texting and driving?
I definitely do. I don't really know how like they could strengthen it because I don't really know like what the cops do to like manage that. But I definitely do think that there should be stricter laws because I'm like whenever there's a law, people will usually follow it.
Right. Well, in Texas, you can actually get a ticket. You
Oh,
face a misdemeanor charge and a fine, and that fine can be anywhere from $25 to $99. And if they catch you more than once, it can be up to $200.
I think those can be like raised, maybe,
Yeah, me too. And
because speeding tickets are expensive.
yeah, and if the driver causes serious injury or death, then they're fined up to $4,000 and can face a year of jail or longer. I've seen some that are longer than a
Yeah.
year.
Okay.
Okay. So from your personal experience, have you been the passenger when the driver was using their phone and driving, or did you say anything, and how did you handle it?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I have friends who do that, and like there have been instances where like a car is coming and they're looking at their phone, and I'm like, whoa, 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 quick, no, 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 we're taking your phone away.
Right, right. Well,
Oh
that's good.
no.
That's being bold, and I like that. That's good.
Oh yeah, not in the city. Maybe on like, the highway, but I would never let someone text in the city. It's just too much.
Right. Um, Now with advances in technology, we have Bluetooth and hands-free systems. And so, do you feel that that system of hands-free is a little bit better to use when driving, or do you think it's just as dangerous?
Yeah, I personally I think it's better. I used to drive like an old Mini Cooper. It didn't have the Bluetooth or anything, so I would like be holding my phone, talking on it like this, driving. And I got my new car and it has Bluetooth, and like my phone's just in my backpack. And like if someone calls, I just press a button and answer. So I'm both hands are on the wheel, looking straight forward, talking on the phone.
Right, right.
But I maybe it's a little bit distracting.
Yeah. Yeah, I could be because you hear a ding on your car, on your screen in your car, and it's like, oh, I got to look at that, and you still
Yeah,
have to hit your
you
screen
have to.
to see what it was. So,
No, yeah, you're right. There's still a screen, and you do look. Yeah, you're right.
yeah. So when you drive, how do you handle that temptation of looking at your phone or texting?
Um, well, it's like it's really hard, honestly, to because like you get a message and it could be anything, even if it's like an Outlook notification. Like I just really want to know what it is, so I'll like if I'm on the loop. If or do you live in Lubbock? Okay, if you're on the loop, um, like I'll go out of my way to get off and go to a stoplight to like see who just emailed me. So yeah, it's really hard to avoid that temptation. Even if
Yeah.
it's like a backpack, I'll like pull over and like dig through it just to see what that ding was.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll do that too. I'll pull over on the side of the road somewhere, and I'll just, look real quick, and then get back on when I'm done with that conversation of whatever's going on my phone.
Yeah, it's really tempting.
Yeah. So, texting while driving, we can see, has been extremely dangerous and can affect many people. Families are devastated when lives are lost because of that. And, I feel like I know no parent would want to hear that their teenage son or daughter was killed because of their phones. Um, so, we just need to try to, remind people when they're driving, hey, maybe we should wait with that because your life matters, like you were saying.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like and going back to that question you asked earlier about like how you think it could be changed. I think that like focusing more on community when it comes to that kind of thing would be helpful because I mean like we care. I mean we should be caring about each other. I care about everyone. So I think that would be a major element in like trying to persuade people to
Mhm.
start following those laws.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that Texas had a law against texting and driving.
I think it just became a recent thing. I think it was 2017, actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So I think that maybe we should, maybe consider letting people know, these are what the laws are, and they need to be tightened, or the fine needs to go up and be raised from what it is, because it's just not enough. People don't really seem to care.
Yeah, I think a measly $100, $80, like speeding. I think texting can be more dangerous than actually speeding because if you're speeding, I mean, you're still looking at the road. I mean, you're going too fast, but you're speeding. But like texting, you're just in a whole different world. So I think that those prices should be raised.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, and I really appreciate your spending your time to listen to what I had to say. I appreciate it.
So why did you choose that topic? I'm just curious.
I chose it because I've personally known friends and family in my community who have been victims of texting and driving, and
Okay.
some of them have been injured, but they didn't die. And then I did have a couple of them that actually did pass away as a
Uh,
result of that. And they may not have been the ones texting and driving, but it was the other person in the other car that was doing that, and they swerved and crashed into them.
Oh, yeah, that's really sad. I really like that topic because I mean I had a friend, she was the one texting and she killed an old couple and like it really ruined her like outlook on life. So I think it's really important. So I appreciate you for spreading that word.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course.